Hello, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in for my third episode of my YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about work-life balance. So it's a catchphrase. It's a phrase we hear a lot about, and everyone says, make sure you have a really good work-life balance. So what exactly does that mean, and is it a thing? So I grew up with my mom telling me, they told women they can have it all, but they can't. So meaning that you can't, so it sounds really bad, right? But what it means is, like, what she meant was you can't work any job you want to work and be available for your family the way that you want to be available. I don't know if she's right or wrong. But I kind of want to delve into this because it's come up a lot this week, so I feel like it's something we should talk about. So what does work-life balance really look like? So I will talk about the work side of things first. So for work, I have learned in my 47 years that I'm not a great employee. Those of you that know me may not be shocked to hear this. I do follow directions, I do. But I perhaps am more of a leader than a follower. So having the opportunity to have my own business has been pretty amazing because I get to kind of set my own guidelines. And it's been a huge asset for me. I decide when I work, I decide how much I work, I decide what I put into it. And of course, there's all the negatives with that too, right? Like, no one's got my back. So if I don't earn as much as I want to earn, there's nobody but me to blame. So there's positives and negatives with that, but for me, I kind of love it. And so let's go back to that work-life balance thing. What does that really look like? So I believe that you can't always be putting everything in your life, your family, your health. When I talk about health, I mean nutrition, what you're eating, your meal planning, your working out, all that stuff. Your work. I don't know what else falls into that. Work, family, health. That's probably pretty good. Oh, and yourself. Obviously, that's kind of ironic that that's the one I forgot, because isn't that the one we always forget? So I don't believe you can divide those into 4 chunks and put 25% of yourself into each one of those every day. I think that doesn't make sense. I don't think it's real. I think it's an unattainable goal, and I think it's something that we're just going to constantly feel bad about ourselves if that's what we're looking to do. I think that there's times that we need to be putting more effort into our work, and that certain things need to have a little bit less. We don't ignore ourselves. We don't ignore our health. We don't ignore our family, but there's a time and a place that more effort. There's definitely times that your family needs a lot more of you, and you need to be really present for them and really available. And some of those other things might have to slide on autopilot for a little bit, and that's okay. To me, that's what work-life balance is being able to shift those scales all the time so that everything is being included, but not always, it doesn't always look the same way because life changes all the time. And I just want to kind of briefly talk about that whole self thing, because taking care of ourselves is something that this is not just a woman thing. This is a people thing. We're constantly told that we should feel bad if we take care of ourselves, if we take time to ourselves, or if we say no to something. And I think no is the most empowering thing ever. I think no enables us to have a really nice balance. I think that taking care of ourselves is one of the most important things that we can share with our family. And I think it's okay to not want to do something sometimes. But again, here we go. It's a balance. You can't say no to everything. Sometimes you got to suck it up and you got to do the things that you don't feel like doing, because that's going to allow you to learn and grow and experience things that you never would have experienced. So you need to have a balance of that too, but sometimes it's going to be all no, and sometimes it's going to be all yes, and sometimes you got to play that game. So I guess I'll just leave you with this thought of think about what your balance is and how it changes, and recognize and acknowledge and own that it is totally okay for it to shift and change. And there's times that some things need more attention and other things can take a little bit less attention. There's nothing wrong with that. So stop beating yourself up and own your life, own what's good for you, own what's good for those around you, and have an amazing week. Thank you, everyone. Take care.